A new fallout today over an apology the U.S. State Department made to the family of a slain al-Qaeda member. Last month, in an airstrike in Yemen, radical cleric Anwar al-Awlaki was killed. Well, alongside with him, Samir Khan was killed. This guy Khan is a well-known al-Qaeda publisher whose Inspire magazine promoted explicitly attacks against the West. He's American, though. The State Department confirmed the apology call to his family, who are in North Carolina. A family spokesman says, quote, they were very apologetic and offered condolences. Deborah Burlingame is with me now. She is the sister of 9/11 victim Charles Burlingame. She is also co-founder of 9/11 Families for a Strong and Safe America. Deborah, we debated this yesterday. We got so much email, we wanted to round back to it because you have a further in-depth look at who this guy Samir Khan was. Who was this man to whose family our State Department felt the need to apologize?
Well, you're going to get more calls after they hear this. He was born in Saudi Arabia, came here as a 7-year-old, grew up in Queens, and started blogging when he was a teenager. He was blogged under the name Inshallah Shaheed. That's Arabic for, God will make me a martyr. At any rate, he posted gleefully posted bloody videos of our troops being blown up in Iraq, and IEDs, very gruesome pictures of wounded troops, would caption them, calling them names, cowards, babies. Bloggers in the United States figured out who he was, outed him. He called for their deaths and the deaths of their families. Finally, when the FBI was watching him, he knew that he had to get out of town, and he came out as a member of al-Qaeda. He is, in fact, in Yemen, the chief propagandist, or was the chief propagandist for
al-Qaeda. Is there any
in
question that he was a member of al-Qaeda? Because some people have asked that question.
Well, he was the editor of Inspire magazine, this very glossy professional magazine. Here's a cover of it. You can see a Kalashnikov rifle. That's his manifesto that
I am proud to be a traitor to America by Samir Khan.
Right. That's his manifesto, where he talks about his loyalty oath to Osama bin Laden. The magazine that he edited had, pictures of the World Trade Center coming down. He talks about recruiting other Americans to pull off other 9/11s. He celebrated the death of Americans. And remember, one of the things he did in Yemen was teaching English to other jihadis. Now, they're not doing that because they want to learn Western culture. They're doing that so they have an operational understanding of English for pulling off operations against Americans.
He went on to say in this magazine, this is before I get to the full screen quote, I wanted to read this to our viewers. I was quite open about my beliefs online, and it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that I was al-Qaeda to the core. That proved to my soul that if Allah wants to protect you, no one has the power on earth to harm you. I guess Allah decided not to protect him anymore because that was the end of him in that airstrike. He went on to say this, because there was a debate about did he really want to kill Americans. Read it for yourself, folks. I am proud to be a traitor to America. Islam's claim to power in the modern world is not going to be as easy as walking down a red carpet or driving through a green light. I'm acutely aware that body parts have to be torn apart, skulls have to be crushed, and blood has to be spilled in order for this to be a reality. Nonetheless, Deborah, his family is upset. They don't think that the apology phone call was enough, and they may apparently be consulting with lawyers.
Well, I'm amazed by that, because remember, when he was blogging and he was running al-Qaeda videos of our troops being blown up, he was doing that from the basement of his parents' living room in North Carolina, or basement, in their basement. And he was asked in an article, he was featured in an article in the New York Times after he was outed, what about your neighbors around you who have sons and daughters in the war? He said, I don't really care about those people. Those are hellfire people. They're not my concern.
What does this do? What do you think are there greater implications beyond the shock factor of the State Department calling up his family and apologizing for his death?
Absolutely. The FBI says that these are seriously dangerous people because al-Qaeda, the center of gravity now in terms of operations against America and the West, not just here, but in Europe, Great Britain, is in Yemen. And this guy was particularly dangerous because he was able to recruit people using American slang and idiom.
But what do you think the enemy takes from it when they hear the State Department
did that? What I'm saying to you is that here is a guy who is advocating the killing of Americans, and our State Department, our government, is is basically apologizing to his parents who were facilitators. And what they take from this is they're morally correct. They are morally righteous. This basically...
That we did something wrong.
That we are the weak horse and that they are in the right and that we can be defeated. This is very, very energizing to the people who... And remember, one of the things he says in his manifesto is, I am a jihadi, I am determined to bring Sharia and domination of the world, and it's not because of what America did so much, it's because of what Allah tells me to do, and I will do that until they kill me. This is a generational fight for them, and so for American government to engage in this appeasement apology, appeasement that affirms for them that their fight is righteous. It is a huge mistake, and if I were the mother of an American soldier right now and I heard this, I would be incredibly angry.
Deborah, thank you. I want to let our viewers know we reached out to Samir Khan's family to get them on and have them react. They declined to be here. Well, alarming new